What's up, guys? We're going to take a look at another concentration build for the lazy gold makers among us today. And we're looking at blacksmithing. Now, with blacksmithing, obviously, there's a lot of different items you can go for with concentration. Personally, on this one, I've gone for the alloy build. So, as of now, I'm almost maxed out on the skill nodes. And this is a character that I've just done very casual, collecting all the treasures and doing first crafts and patron orders. But the goal is obviously to get the quality 3 alloys and sell those for a significant premium, because they are, well, a lot more valuable than the rank 2 ones, because they are needed if you want to guarantee high quality crafted items. Then you need the high quality materials. So the core alloy, we can see that it's 1900 gold for the quality 3, 300 for the normal ones, charged alloys, 3000, iron claw alloys, 3000. The gap isn't as big for the sanctified alloys, and I think that's mostly because a huge amount of the cost is in these materials. So the price difference just doesn't matter. So this one is now only really crafted by people who can guarantee quality 3, which is very possible. Now, with concentration, you can get really cheap charged alloys and iron claw alloys. So you can craft them for... right now, I think this is about 700 gold. You get one charged alloy. If you use concentration, you can sell it for 3,000-ish, which is pretty good. The average profit, if you look at the recipe scan here, is 2,800 and 2,500, respectively, for the two, using the cheapest material combination that will get me past the concentration threshold right now. I am getting pretty close. Like, I need the 2 more knowledge points, and then I need to actually max out my skill and get all of the profession tools. Then I could guarantee quality 3 as well. So this is the acuity is sort of the main problem here, which is what I'm completely missing. I have 300 acuity because I've not done any sort of degenerate acuity farming on this character. Yeah. That's the build is super simple. You just go into the skill nodes for alloy, and then at some point you can choose to you will want to put points into ever burning forge, particularly when you finish the alloy skill. Then you can either just keep this as an alloy crafter and go ever burning forge, so you can use multi-craft to bonuses and the ever burning forge buff to craft a lot of stuff, a lot of quality 3 for as cheap as possible. You will need to max out these nodes then. The alternative is to go into some of the other nodes here, and particularly weapon stones might be possible. That might be eventually be better concentration value, or you can go into profession gear. Personally, for an alloy build, I would just go ever burning forge and just like specialize it completely on alloys and go for quality 3 at volume. And then you also get the ingenuity buffs that are, and multi-craft buffs that are useful even when you're using your concentration for the cheaper crafts as well. I think for other builds you would want to, or if you're focusing on other things, it might make more sense to branch out into multiple different recipes. Like if you're doing armors or weaponsmithing, then obviously I would go into the main node and then max out the 2 middle nodes, so you have access to a lot more potentially quality 5 crafts. Now, to maximize your profits, obviously profession tools matter, but knowledge matter a little bit more early on. So you want to get to at least the 80 knowledge here, and then it's a question. Then I would prefer to get the profession tools with acuity, and then we start getting the skill books after that. Multicraft is by far the best stat for a build like this. Multicraft is simply strictly better than ingenuity. There's no getting around it. Ingenuity refunds half of the concentration spent if you get a ingenuity breakthrough. Multicraft gives you an extra item, or actually 1.5 extra items on average when it procs, which means you get a complete extra item for free with no material cost, instead of being allowed to do half of another craft. So multicraft is just a lot better than ingenuity for anything that has multicraft. Resourcefulness versus ingenuity, that's a bit harder to do the math. I think that's going to vary a lot from different crafts, Probably Ingenuity if you're doing like charged alloys, iron claw alloys. If you're doing sanctified alloys, and if you're past the concentration breakpoint, then obviously resourcefulness is the way to go. But I would imagine Ingenuity is a little better for items where there's a large discrepancy between quality 3 and quality 2, so where concentration is giving you a lot of value. So yeah, you can craft about 3 on a full concentration bar. At least that's what I can with my current skill. And I can use quality 1 materials, as you can see here. Even if I'd had the quality 1 core alloys, I could have swapped those in, but we're already far above the quality 2 threshold, which gives me concentration, which allows me to concentration craft for the max quality. So yeah, build works. It's not super amazing as far as concentration value goes, but it is, I think, the best one for blacksmithing, for just like doing something and throwing it on the auction house, because of the fact that the weight stones use null stones, which makes them extremely expensive at every quality level. So the difference in price between a quality 3 craft and a quality 2 craft here is just really, really small, essentially, because so much of the cost is in the null stone. So I think alloys is sort of the main way to do a concentration, log in every other day to do some crafts build, and then it does sort of extend into a max quality, sort of more mass crafting build eventually. But there you will be outcompeted by people who have gone like hardcore acuity farming, at least for until you can catch up. So yeah, this is what I'm doing with this blacksmith. Good luck.